So let's take Vault. This is that's a huge win to get Vault right after getting a massively expensive item. But it's a permanent upgrade item. It's so good. God, I want to unlock more things in here, but I just can't. Let's do it. So the real question is what we're going to choose. So my gut instinct here is something expensive like Vault or what else is super expensive but very valuable to have? And like if you don't get the option to choose it because you didn't have the money, then that like if you don't have the gems, it's a real loss to the run, you know? What's study cost? Nothing. Drawing room costs 1. Crafting studio costs 2, which is nice. What's my hella expensive? Rumpus room costs 1. Vault costs 3, which is truly... Office is 2. Ballroom costs 2, but you get gems. Trophy room costs 5, you get 8. I think trophy room is probably just the smartest decision. It's super rare, but conservatory could help with that. The more we do that, the better. I don't know. Here's the other thing to think about is I don't know how often I'm going to be using the knight, the mantle of the knight again. So taking the opportunity while we have money and we've drafted knight, armory to remove. I think that's probably the smartest one is just get trophy room out of the way. Costs so much, but you get such a big boon. Music room's nice too because of the amount of keys, but attic costs 3 is the other thing. Attic is another good one. 8 items is game changing. And it's another thing that I would probably change to common. I would probably, if I had my way with like 10 times using conservatory, change attic to common, get rid of something like wine cellar, or I mean wine cellar's still fine, but like get rid of a dead end that has less value, like bedroom closet. 100% bedroom fucking closet. So let's use it, and it costs 32. Technically I could buy it twice, but I can't. So how do we do this exactly? In the room directory. What do you mean by that? Like here? Here. But that's what I'm doing, right? Trophy room. I'm confused. And I want to make sure I get it used, so... Am I missing anything? You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from one room. Does it have to be a room I have drafted today? Doesn't look like it. Like I don't see basically like the UI for when I use it. And I want to make sure I do, because otherwise I just wasted 32 and the chance to do that. Okay. Hit enter on it? No? Dang. This sucks, because if I can't figure it out, that's really, really, really going to suck. Imagine removing the cost from classroom, actually. That's also interesting. I don't know that I need to do more classrooms, though. Removing the cost from cloister. Oh my god, there it is. Wait, wait. Has that always been there? Was it blocked by my... It might have been perfectly blocked by my... Okay, feel free to actually answer this in the comments below. I don't often do this because I want to stay as blind as possible, and I don't really like opening the door for, hey, answer this comment for, or this question for me. I feel like it encourages people to just give me way too much information. But has this axe been on screen the entire time I have been looking at rooms in the room directory? Like, it's not here, but it is here. I think it's... So my microphone, the arm, this part, blocks the bottom right-hand corner of the screen for me a lot of times, just barely. And it's... When I leaned forward, I started to see it. Okay. Either way. Trophy room is now an enormous boon. Oh, cost axed. Let's go. Let's go. I no longer have the axe. That's huge. Maybe we keep the armory for like 1 or 2 more runs. Get rid of a couple more, like we invest a couple more gems into getting rid of stuff, and then see what happens. Okay, this run is basically over. Maid's Chamber is a dead end. Clock Tower is a dead end. Sauna is 20 extra footsteps, which is not bad. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that. Oh, also a little gym action. That's nice, because I don't have any. Why is there a triangle of arrows on that thing? I don't like that. Okay. We need to go to Foundation and Upper Workshop. So my goal is to go to Foundation first, because if I go to the Inner Sanctum, I can hit the button that opens the north door to get to room 46. So we want to go to Foundation first, which is... all the way down to security and then left. We're actually going to lose a lot of footsteps here. Good dog. Hold up. One thing. I was getting ready to say. They added footsteps. That's not worth it. I just gained 2 footsteps and lost 2 footsteps. They added fruit throughout the house, so you got to look through the windows. Here we go. Up. Oh my god, this is such a mess. The footsteps here are bad. Dining room, secret garden, nook. Fine. Fine. Hopefully we have enough footsteps. Hopefully we've got enough footsteps. Nook, cloister, dark room. Jesus Christ. This will go out. That's fine. Foundation. Some dig spots I can't do anything with. 22 footsteps. Let's go find the this realm sigil. And let me make sure I have it open so that I have it easily accessible for my brain. Now, one other thing. Yeah, this is something I should definitely check while we're here. I would love to be able to get back outside and use and walk around with the sledgehammer, the power hammer. However, I'm going to have to think about that on another episode, another recording. For now, though, let's definitely check out the foundation because there's a lot of brick in here, and I think, in fact, there might even be something right there. Okay. Nope. That's okay. We're looking around. We're looking around. Yes, there is one in here. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. That's huge. 2 times in one day. What is it? My guess is it's another lever. Actually, that's not a lever. What the fuck am I looking at here? Train tracks. Is this the thing that goes outside? Oh my god. Is this the tunnel right there? Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? I think we have another shortcut to the foundation. Yeah. That's big. That's so good. This is the sealed entrance, by the way. So hold up. Let's take a second to really revel in this. This is a big win for us. Oh, never mind. I was going to open my bad map of the underground, but that's the map that I pieced together from multiple pieces. Instead, I need the map that is just the full underground map. I've seen it somewhere. I know I grabbed it. There it is. Okay. So the sealed entrance is actually, it doesn't really look like on this. It's this. Yeah, it's this. Cliffside exit is what they call it here. Cliffside exit. So we should have known there was something there because there's that. And I probably did at one point. I just didn't think about it. We have not been back to 7. Torch chamber. That's what it is. Torch chamber. Lighting stuff on fire. The glass thing. Reservoir we should definitely look at some point. Buried floor plan was like... Wasn't it like here? No, there was another one. There were 2. Buried floor plan should have the number 10 on it. I feel like we already solved this, but now I'm confused why I can't find it. Maybe we didn't find another buried floor plan. Either way. Okay. Dope. So, that's good info. That's good info. So what does this say first off? Foreman log. We like the foreman logs because they are describing the process of digging out so much of this. So this is foreman log 289. Excavation, and it's 1917. Excavation progress is going smoothly. Crew spirits are higher than they have been in weeks. I believe this increase in morale is in no small part due to the installation of the boiler, which has honestly been a godsend. We now have steam power, no longer have to rely on raw muscle to scrape and heave at the clay like dogs. The new steam power, hoists and winches, are fully operational. We've been able to unearth over 5 times as much sediment per shift as we had been previously excavating. Okay. And then this looks like patent for high pressure condenser. Application filed in 1915. Finn Aries, by the way. Patent number 68642. I don't know why that's in red. Steamline to HPC. High pressure condenser, figure 1. Uh-oh. We're missing something. It's got numbers, but it doesn't have what those are. Steamline to boiler. Probably to boiler room. My guess is what's happening here is remote power box, high pressure condenser. Okay. Save this as underground high pressure diagram. I feel like one of these boxes might be in breaker room, like utility breaker box. I also think one of them might be in the underground somewhere. Like, I think I remember seeing it. Not these. It's like... No, one is in the boiler room. One's in the boiler room. It's in the corner. It's a weird box that's in the corner that is confusing to me. Absolutely, 100%. Right? Then I think there's also something underground that's kind of similar. It's like it's a closed door with like a... Looking for stuff that can be broken. I don't see anything. It's like a closed door with a... Oh, fuck it. I think we're about to find it down here. Oh, we got one more thing, too, which is that we lowered the reservoir a bunch. Oh, baby. The items in the water? What a run. What a run this has been. I know I say that a lot, but God, this game is fun. Okay, I'm thinking a couple things right now at this exact moment. One, what are the odds? What the fuck? There are a bunch of chests. Chests. Not trunks, but chests. What do they have in them? Couple thoughts. One, is there any advantage to having the water either? Obviously, we know that having the water all the way down would be great because then I can access whatever those are. Right there, right there. Maybe. What I was just going to suggest is there any advantage to having the water slightly less than full? You know? Someplace in the middle. And it looks like maybe if you had a boat. There is a boat. It would flow up. I don't know if I got the footsteps to solve this shit today. My brain hurts. Okay, let me write down. Can you ride the boat in Reservoir as a question? It also looks like, I'm going to put down on the to-do list, there is a, like, secret sewer tunnel in Reservoir, like halfway down. if we got to the other other side, then could we use the boat? I don't know. I'm confused. Ah, right here is the thing I was thinking about. So I don't think this is what that remote. It is exactly what I was talking about. It is exactly what I was talking about. Remote power box. That's it. All it has is a button. That's a button where if you were to power this, steam line to HPC. So I think we need to power in the boiler room that special box. This thing. If we do, we can come down here, press this button, and open this door. Do I know what that door does? Nope. Am I interested? Yep. Consider me very interested. Yep. The dead end. Okay. So in the meantime, let's go turn on the room 46. Let's flip the switch. Let's go try this realm sigil, assuming it's the right shape, which I think it is. And then we get to decide what else we want to do with our day, which is probably going to involve going to see if I can get into room 46. I don't know. Might involve some other things. I'm not sure. This is the right one. Hell yeah, dude. So as a reminder, it looks like this. I'm not going to be able to show it on screen the entire time. You've got 3 things. You've got like circles around the outside, and then you've got 5 of these things in the middle. Wasn't that such a beautiful description? So what's the one that does... I need 3 of these. Boom. Boom. That's correct. The one thing about this is that the rays are not correct right now. Don't really know how to change the rays. There's a chance if I get this right, it's right, but there's a chance it's wrong. Okay. So what am I missing in terms of the, what's the button to change what the rays look like? Not that one. It is that one. There it is. So now... we do the little weird, like, puzzle-looking shapes. One more. There. And then we do the one I was just on. Just gonna be a little while. There. Oh! I hit the wrong fucking button! I mean, you have to admit that is funny. I still honestly don't know how I was hitting the button that changed the amount of... I'm a little confused. I think I was hitting 1, 2, 3. I don't know. The amount of rays? I don't know how I did that. Either way, let's hit the correct button this time. That should do it. Let's frickin' go. Let's frickin' go. Very interesting. That is a statue of person in top hat that says Reddington right there. Trains. mountains. So one of the things that it's about time to piece together some, oh, do I have a magnifying glass? I do. Let's go. Orinda, Aries. Crown on head. I don't know if I've had that one before. We're going to need to piece together what exactly this means from a, like, lore standpoint. Trains, etc. But let's just read this thing first. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I've departed, forsaking both map and plan. And as it happens, the road has taken me south. I was going to say, to my mind, this is either like Finn Aries / Orinda Aries or Iraja. This says Finn right here. This says Orinda. However, it's the nation state that kind of has 2 histories, right? Black Bridge Hotel and Spa. I believe when it is when like the flags are black or any of that stuff, that's the era before this era of Finn Aries, the red. So I think it's basically old Finn Aries, aka Orinda Aries. That's my guess. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. The Curse of Black Bridge Hotel and Spa. Holy shit. Look at this drawing right here. Oh my god. There's a hotel there now? That's really funny. So this is postcard 1, right? This is, let's see here. What did I call the last one? I have to organize this correctly. Inner Sanctum? No. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds to find what I called the last postcard. Probably put that in its own folder. I don't know what I called it. Man, this is exciting though. I really hope there's another Morajai puzzle box down here. That's my honest hope. I'm excited for everything else, but I want more allowance and I want to solve another one of those things. This was door 2 postcards. This is door 1 postcard. I can rename it later. Okay. It's sent to Finn Oris, by the way. Sent to Mount Holly in care of Ann Babbage, etc., Reddington and Finn Aries, all of that. Here's the next question. This, I believe, is like Orinda or whatever. However, up here, that's not Orinda. There's 8 locations. There's 8 statues. Oh shit! Are there 7 or are there 8? I think this is 4 technically, because it's a black suit, hat, and duster. I think that's the duster. Probably take a screenshot of this as well. So we'll call this like door 2 postcard. So lots of this is not particularly game changing. We know the history of this era. The first 2 doors were always going to be probably not particularly like life-changing information. The first place that our past obsessed Herbert Sinclair goes, who is currently under the power of Finn Aries despite his wishes, is he goes to, oh, this is interesting, 3 figures wearing crowns offering something. He goes to the old kingdom, aka Orinda Ares. The Orinda Ares variation. Then he goes to Fin Ares, which is the same area, the area we're currently in. Due to the overwhelming amount of artifacts bearing the Orinda Ares sigil that were destroyed after the war, Morajai puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collectors can acquire. When black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right, as if on train rails. Okay. So we need to get everything to be black. There we go. Cool. These switch. Yellow does what again? I think yellow like rotates around it or something, right? Yellow goes up. Okay, so this one I think should be probably less difficult. We need to have a lot of the green in the middle row. And the way to do that is to do this. No, that just moves the thing. Fuck. I think we need the green in the middle row or the middle column. So to reset here, we have 4 black squares. They have to be around the outside. We need to insert at least, we need to insert 2 of these in the bottom row. There's one. There's 2. Then we need 2 to be in the top row, not in the middle. So how do we move green into the top row? Yellow will go up, which means this will move a green down, which is good. This will sort of move it over. Then I still need to move these up, though. I think that's decent. And then this should move the black down. I've got 1 in the top row. Now I still need to move this one into the top row. Do that. Hit this. No, hit. Oh, my brain hurts. From here. Oh boy, I'm sitting here debating how much Morajai puzzle box I do on the recording because I feel like it might not be the most interesting thing to watch in the world. Feel free to let me know down below in the comments if you want to or don't want to see me try and solve Morajai puzzle boxes on stream or on camera on the recording. I could also just report back when I'm done. I feel like they usually take me a while to get my head wrapped around, even though. So right now I could shift this one, which shifts the yellow. But I think I need to get the yellow underneath this one right here. I think what I actually need to do is do this. Now that I have 3 in the fucking thing, though. Does this work? I just did it. 2 money is not a lot. but it is great because you get it every single fucking day. Let's fucking go. All right, so very quickly, I do want to go check the second room to be like, we started in Orinda, we went to Finn, which is the exact same fucking area, went to the palace. We should also take a screenshot of this because I don't know that I did last time. Cool. This is the last postcard it says. It says it's the last postcard. So here's a question. No. It says it's the last postcard. So in room 46, I have to put these places in order, which is what I'm thinking about right now. Is the order just these 8? Or is the order, like, in that order? I think the order is more likely the order of the postcards. It says, I know the first and I know the last right now. Do the postcards have dates on them? No. But so far, each postcard has said the order they start, has said something about their order. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We got 21 footsteps. I don't know how, and I do have running shoes. I need to figure out what to do with my remaining day. I have a couple rooms I could draft in the upper right-hand corner if I thought that was useful. I'll be honest with you, the thing that I think would be most useful to draft is coat check, but I don't think I have the footsteps to get back to vault if I do. I have to go out here, go up here, draft it. If it's coat check, I have to go, like, so fucking far to get out of here, to get back to vault. I don't think I have the footsteps for that. I could end my day in break room, which gives me key card, which is great. I could try to step. The other thing that could happen right now is if I was relatively close to pump room, which I'm not exactly, I could go slightly raise the reservoir size and then my head hurts. How do I get to the other side? The reservoir puzzle is kind of hurting my brain a little bit. How do I get to the other side of the underground area? Let me look at the map. So right now, yeah, I get through from the actual fountain or from tomb. So this is actually the underground of this game is actually a bigger puzzle than I thought. Fuck. So I think right now, if I were to, this boat has to mean something. I think right now, if I were to go to pump room and get the volume correct on the water level, there's like a secret tunnel, like a sewer tunnel right there that I could maybe get into. My vote is that you have to get in. My assumption is you have to get in there via boat. The problem with that is to get to the boat side, you have to either have no water in the fountain, which I don't think is possible, or have drafted tomb, which I did not do today. So tomb still has its uses in terms of drafting, because there's this minecart in the way. I could move the minecart a little bit. I don't know. This is very interesting. I may be overthinking that. It's possible. I think what I've decided is I'm going to leave that for another day. That's probably something to try on a different day. And to keep, like, trying to wrap my head around. We do, however, have a new way into the bottom of the underground every run from directly outside. Does that do anything for us? I don't know. Maybe. I might start every run by going down there, opening the room 46 thing. You know, that's like probably the cheapest way. And then going up into Foundation? No, there's no way that works, right? Because you have to call the... You'd have to call the elevator, which I don't think would work. Probably? It would fucking work. I could start draft. I think I could technically start drafting from Foundation. My head hurts. That's great. That's great and very confusing. So here's the next question. With the power hammer, should I go outside and look around? Because if I were to do that, I'd actually need to go back down and out rather than in through this and try and draft up here. I have 21 footsteps. Let's at least try and draft. You can't, like, use the power hammer on this stuff, right? No. I mean, that would not make sense, but... Okay. What an interesting day. We got new allowance, and we got a new, a second thing figured out. Realm sigil. And now I'm looking at everything being like, that looks like a realm sigil. I don't think there's anything new I can build here. Compass, maybe? Nope. Okay. Final room. Conference room lets us keep drafting, which is nice. And lets me go to room 46, which is also nice. So we're going to do that. Because I can now... I don't know if the pins change in terms of, like... how do I phrase it? The, like, 8 realms in 8 months puzzle. But if they do... then that sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. If that puzzle, like, keeps the same results from day to day across runs, then I can just set the pins for what I know and leave it there. I don't have enough for music room. So these are all dead ends, actually. Which means there's no reason to do any of them. The only thing I want to look at is this, real quick. Because we just took a look at this high pressure conversion thing. This is not related to it. Okay, well, now I know. That doesn't look related to it either. I wanted to double check that none of that looked the same. And the only thing on the other side of this is also... is also the unlocking of that one. Oh my god, sorry. My brain is broken right now. Let's go into room 46 real quick. Thanks for the basement key. Not that I necessarily need it. And then in here. Yeah, those are in the same order on the inner sanctum floor for sure. Okay. In here, I think basically the only thing I can really do can take this. Sure. Is this 1 and also 8? Where you started and also where you ended. I'm gonna see if those stay on there next time I get to here. If that makes sense. Okay. From there. I'm going to do something off camera real quick, which is that I'm going to try and resolve this. Can I make it to breaker room either way? I just don't remember what's behind that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I can end in break room either way. So what I'm going to go do is quickly resolve this off camera. And then I'll be right back. Oh my god, that took me way too long to figure out again. Holy shit. This is the last time I'm opening this thing. If there's nothing important back here. There's nothing important back here. Why did I do this? I can't ever... Like, I spent so little time back here the first time that I got back here that I just never remember what is back here. So I'm just going to go ahead and write down on my list. Do not solve utility light puzzle again, exclamation mark, underlined. Okay, there we go. We're gonna get to break room to get ourselves our last little benefit of the day and call it a run. It was a good run. I feel like we learned a lot. Solved a couple different things. That sounds so vague, but we got the armory for the first time. Changed rarity of trophy room forever. The wrong way. Unlocked another realm sigil. Built a new contraption. Broke a brick wall here. To find another... Oh, wait. Secret Garden now unlocks both sides of the antechamber, which is huge for me because I went the wrong way. No, I didn't. I'm good. Secret Chamber now unlocks 2 different things, which is great. Oh, we can just go in here and buy food, too. Duh. Great. If we can buy food, does that mean we can go outside? Do I have that many? I got 40 steps now? Well, fuck me. Okay, never mind. This run's going to be a little bit longer than you thought. We need to go back outside, and I have the footsteps, so we can go check and see if there's any other brick walls that I could knock down, you know? That's just, we're looking everywhere for brick walls. That's just the nature of the game, you know? We probably should change pump room back to not lowering the reservoir because pool is more useful to us. It's fine. I'll deal with it another day, probably. Or I could deal with it now, which could be smart. Probably intelligent. To set ourselves up for the future, we should end in break room. We should... We should change pump room and get the power, get the water in the right places. And I think the water in the right places is most likely back in reservoir. Unfortunately. Pool has 2 trunks right now, which is a good upgrade. So, to do that, I think we need to minus both of those. And hit reservoir. As much as I want to play around with reservoir. you know? There's definitely future... basically, we're not that close to solving Reservoir right now. But we are going to have a bunch of runs where we could potentially use something in the pool. So that's just the goal. The goal is just fill Reservoir, eliminate pool, go from there. What else could we do in this run to save us some time or make our next run better? I think it's mostly end in... Look at these two sigils down here. That's really satisfying, these two shapes. It's mostly end in break room. 43 steps, though. Anything else that might have a breakable... I don't think so. I'm curious if Root Cellar has something I could break. I don't think it does, but maybe. All right, let's get out of here. Either like wood or like wood slats, like that minecart area, or just a brick wall. I don't know. We got to take our power hammer around and just look around and see if there's anything we can do. It's just the nature of what we're doing here. Oh, that's dangerous as all hell. Very interesting. Very unsafe for a kid. Anything I could break with my power hammer? Does not look like it. I think this path to the left only gets dropped if you have garage. Yep. So let's go to the eastern side. I can't help but feel like there's a big permanent addition that we're missing, and that it's probably the eastern side of the house, like the eastern path or something. There's that statue thing outside. There's just a lot of, like, to me, signs point to us being able to do something out there. I don't know what it is. Okay, we've got this. We've got a little cavern down here. It has crates, but nothing else, right? Crates. Very dark. Okay. We have to be thorough because we just don't get the power hammer that often, you know? Like, we've had it exactly 0 times in 30 runs or whatever, so it's just time to, like, be thorough, look around. We're going to stay on the power of... Even if we had all the chess pieces, which we don't, we're going to stay on the power of the knight for a while. I want to see if I can get at least vault and maybe something... Maybe 1 or 2 other rooms to have no gem cost. I think the more we do that kind of stuff, the better. Nothing down here I could, like, break with my power hammer? Maybe? This thing? No? Come on. Okay. This is cracked. I did not expect that to work. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's huge. That's fucking absolutely huge. Holy shit. Castle X blank 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 to. What? What? That's so big. Oh my god, I just about gave myself a heart attack. Well, the way we should do this, frankly, is probably just like... Can I erase? No, dang it, I can't erase those. We should probably do this like fancy typing, right? Like S. T. This is more like the other puzzle where it's just like you're gonna do a lot of... We're probably going to be adding specific individual letters. Although, we just got 6 letters at once from this fucking puzzle. Holy cow. What if we did this? You ever used this... Shit. You ever used the stamp before? There we go. We're cleaning it up. Photoshop Pro Tips. This has been Photoshop Pro Tips with Ryan. Okay, let's just go here. Let's grab this, copy paste. That is now a... What's happening here? Can I not edit this letter? Okay, never mind. This has not been Ryan Pro Tips. Ah, that's why. Okay, hold up. I didn't have it as a text layer. Ryan Pro Tip. We're back to Ryan Pro Tips. L? Call that one an E. We need one more, which was an X. What does this mean? Castle? But then EX? Or sorry, CX and ET? What does that even mean? I don't know. Holy cow, though. Oh, it's 3 letters. It's way more than... It's way more. I didn't even see that. I got so excited. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll just call it a question mark. It's 3 letters. Let's remind us that it's 3 letters. I'm so glad I walked around with my sledgehammer. Holy crap. I don't think that I need to screenshot this, but listen. When in doubt, screenshot it out. I love that we solved one letter puzzle to get to all of a sudden a second letter puzzle. Okay. I also walked past this room at first. I walked past it at first. So I almost didn't use it there. Wow. I live for those kind of moments in blind playthroughs, though, because it's so fun. It's so fun to be like, to near miss, and frankly, sometimes to miss. The like, what if questions in your head start popping up. Like, what if I walked past that, never broke it? Didn't, I mean, I'd be missing 4 letters from that puzzle. Which is not a small amount of letters. Is there anything else we can use? My guess is no. I'm guessing we probably just hit the jackpot in terms of what we could use our... See, this is what scares me, though. This box looks exactly like the box in the utility break room that has 2 paint cans on top of it. Fuck. Is there another puzzle there? There's always another. The answer to that question in Blueprints is yes. Is there another puzzle there? Yes. The answer is always yes. There's a puzzle behind the puzzle behind the puzzle that you were puzzling. It's so fun. It's so bad. It's so frustrating. It's so amazing. So goddamn amazing. There is a Doug thing there. Looking for anything we can break. The other thing, one of the biggest mysteries to this game, to me, that is not really a mystery at all, is something I can show you in 2 seconds. First off, let's go in here. Those are cracked walls, but they don't really look breakable. Yeah, I think this room is just done, but that's fine. I'm happy I came back to try it. One of the biggest mysteries to this in this game for me is why there is a gem holder in this shack back here. Because there is. That's 100% what it is. It's the little pizza box thing that we were talking about. What's going on with the bird baths, too? Sundial, I also don't know anything about. Right there. That is a gem holder from the Ruby Crown. Why the fuck would it be right here? I don't know, but I'm looking for stuff to break with the sledgehammer. I'm not finding anything. Okay. One of the most important items. It's in locked safes everywhere, and it's also in this room. All right, let's get out of here. We'll call it a day. And by call it a day, I mean I'm going to run into the break room, then call it a day. Because you got to get every advantage you can get for next time. That gate. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out eventually. Although that gate's not going to go to a, like, the eastern, like, yard. It's just not. There's no, it's not, like, built in the right place. And I honestly thought that was what the secret garden brick stuff would do. Because I was pretty sure that would lead there. Okay. Break room is not that far. We just need to go this way. What a day. What a day. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your patience. I know games like this, they're such a slow burn. But if you're like me at all, they're such a satisfying slow burn. Where you can spend, a month and a half wondering about something. And then in a moment, it's solved, or it dissolves into a solution. And you never know when that moment's going to be. So, successful day. Successful day. We'll call this episode right here. Thanks so much for watching. At least one new room with the armory and a couple new things solved. Set ourselves up for success tomorrow too. We have extra steps. We have key card. We have good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.